Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about what is new in this update because there is a ton of stuff to go over. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to go over are, of course, the freebies. So we're going to head over here to systems, get campaign items, receive item account, and you can see items to be distributed for compensation. We get 20 star gems. This was because we had an emergency maintenance last week. And then on top of that, we also get the Growthment exchange campaign. Remember, these are weeklies, so we actually get like 3 weeks of goodies. So this is the first batch of our goodie bag. Tons of useful items as well as 30 star gems, so make sure to pick that up as well. Now, to state my own curiosity, the crab gloves is actually like an actual crab pincer thingy majiggy, so that's actually pretty damn awesome. So we're gonna consume that, both of them, so that unlocks for my entire account. The Barlodos music CD is here. You can press the play button to give it a listen. Now this is sellable, so if you want to sell it on the market you can, but it's not worth much because everyone gets this for free. And last but not least, of course, the Mary Cannon is actually a gigantic shark, which you can use as a launcher or a sword, and it looks freaking awesome. So I'm glad that we got this for free as well. Alright, with the freebies out of the way, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, Leciel Exploration, because it did get a glow up, it got an update. As you can see, we get to fight the new boss over here, the Rune Gundam or Gundam or whatever. I'm just going to call it the Gundam, but it's a giant boss. It's a new boss and it's pretty awesome because remember, we can use Mars to fight these guys now and in just any game mode that you want. So it's really fun, especially with all the crazy multipliers that you can get in Leciel Exploration. You can increase your Mars damage significantly. I was averaging 40,000, 45,000 damage with just the Buzzsaw or the Nidhogger, so I wasn't even using the giant Hydra cannon and I was still doing tons of damage. We had people in my group that were actually hitting up to 1.2 million crits with the Hydra cannon weapon action or the overboost, which was absolutely insane. But the reason why you actually want to run Leciel Exploration is going to be, of course, the new Ecstasis armor or Ecstasis armor, because yeah, this is the new 10-star rarity armor and it is pretty awesome. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are curious about what are the stats of the Ecstasis armor. So when we go to page 2 over here, you can see that it gives us 6% all potency. However, there is a huge caveat for this armor. The main thing is it does not give us any HP or any PP or any resistances. So it doesn't give us any other stats other than just raw potency. So this might be a negative if you are going for a more balanced build or a more tanky build because you're not getting that additional PP or HP at all. For example, if we take a look at the Aina armors, which have been out for quite some time, this is the 9-star rarity armor. If we look at its base stats, it gives us 20 HP, 2 PP, and 5.5% all potency. So if you're currently using the Aina armors, I do not recommend you to upgrade to the Ecstasis armor simply because you're sacrificing so much. You're sacrificing 20 extra HP as well as 2 PP for 0.5% potency. Sure, it's 0.5%, and if we get to the higher numbers, you know, if you're like 250%, 280% potency, 0.5% potency might actually be quite a big deal, especially at those higher numbers. However, sacrificing that much HP and PP, especially if you're using like an Arga belt or a Sheza variant of the Aina armors, I can't really justify upgrading to the Ecstasis armor, especially if you're using your augment transfer passes. So personally, I would just hold off and not upgrade to this armor yet if you're currently using any of the 9-star rarity armors. Now, the reason I say this is because I'm pretty sure by the end of the month or the beginning of next month, we're probably going to get introduced with the Arga, Belta, and Sheza versions of the Ecstasis armors, and I believe those are going to be much better simply because, well, they're going to give you some HP as well as some PP. Even though the Arga, Belta, Shezas will funnel you to 2 different damage types instead of all 3, but having the extra HP, the extra PP is definitely a really nice thing to have. Now, for me personally, I will be upgrading to the Ecstasis armor. Now, the reason for that is because I'm still using the Octo armor. I am an entire generation behind everyone else. I'm still using 8-star rarity armor. You know, you guys had 9-star rarity armors for like half a year already, and I'm just stubborn and I haven't upgraded, and it's about dang time that I upgraded my armor. So I'm going to be going with the Ecstasis armor. Another reason why I'm using the Ecstasis armor is because I actually need the all potency, because, well, you know, I'm starting to stream this game a lot more, and so I need content to cover, and so I need to cover all the different classes, or I plan to learn all the different classes, which is why my armors need to be a solid foundation with all potency, so that the only thing that I actually need to reinvest in is just the weapon. So if I decide to main force for a week, I can just upgrade my Iridium weapon over here and I'm good to go, and I won't have to change my armors because my armors will give me all potency and the same amount of potency across the board. And so that is my reasoning. Now, if you're in a similar situation as myself, then by all means go ahead with the Ecstasis armor, but for the general public, I can't really recommend this, especially since you are going to need to use your augment transfer passes to transfer all of your expensive augments over here. And if we take a look at my augment transfer passes, I only have one augment transfer pass right now, and I have 65 vouchers, so I'm still working towards this. You know, I need a total of 3 to transfer all of my armors, all the augments of my armors to my new armors. So this is still a work in progress. So you kind of want to be a little bit more cautious with your augment transfer passes, as this does take time to accumulate with all the different events and stuff like that. Now, I did miss the whole seasonal event because I was moving to Malaysia, so I did miss out on a healthy chunk of these augment transfer pass vouchers. I want to say I missed out on maybe like 10 or 20 of these, maybe not 20, but 10 to 12 or maybe 15, somewhere in that ballpark range. So maybe you guys have 2 full augment transfer passes already, but you know, you still want to be a little bit careful with this, and you don't want to just spend it all willy-nilly like. Now, with that out of the way, the next thing I want to talk about is the Growthment 2 exchange shop, because it is absolutely goated. So when we come to the exchange shop, we go to Growthment 2 exchange right here. First of all, the beta reactor as well as the 10 star gems. You can buy this every single day. Now, the reset time for this is a little bit different. It resets at the same time as your treasure shop. So that is like 11 a.m. my time. I believe that's like 11 p.m. EST or New York time. So just keep that in mind. But nevertheless, you do want to buy the beta reactor as well as the 10 star gems every single day, simply because, well, you know, a beta reactor is 100,000 meseta, remember that. And the 10 star gems, well, you know, it's 10 star gems, so that's 70 star gems a week, 700,000 meseta every single week. However, this is not the main reason why I'm excited about the exchange shop. It's actually all of the cosmetic items. First of all, we get a bunch of new emotes over here. Well, they're not new, but they were like base game emotes, and I didn't have some of them. Like, I didn't have fireworks and I didn't have fishing, so that was really nice to get. But there are a ton of really nice cosmetic items here as well, including the feather yukata C. So for those who don't know what it looks like, as we can see here, there is this beautiful yukata, and it's like a short dress type of style yukata, so like a summer yukata, and it's really pretty. Next one is the school swimwear snow. This one is a little bit basic, but nevertheless it is swimwear. But this one, the halter top bikini sky, I was not expecting to get this one for free. This is a very nice looking bikini, so if you do want it, you know, pick it up. Make sure to pick all of them up, to be honest, because they just cost Growthment 2. And remember, every single run that you do of Leciel Exploration, as long as you get an S rank, you get 15 Growthment 1s and 15 Growthment 2s every single run. And that doesn't even include your daily bonus. So, you know, you're going to be able to buy out all of these cosmetic items. There's even like the handheld fans over here. There's the little ring or the donut. There's the will-o-wisps. I know a lot of people really wanted this one. This is an accessory with the little flame things that float around you. It looks really cool. There's this flower over here. There's the ornamental hairpin white. Personally, I had the blue one, and I rocked the blue one for a very long time. It was like a treasure shop exclusive, and now it's available for everyone, so that's really nice to have. You got the mackerel that you kind of put in your mouth, which is pretty funny because it just flops around all day. As we can see here, it's just like flopping around. We got some water balloons. You got the fox mask. This is super awesome as well. So if you're going for a shinobi or ninja type of look, you got the fox mask over here. It looks really damn awesome. And of course, we have the regular Rappy mask if if that is your cup of tea. But nevertheless, the Growthment 2 exchange shop is absolutely goated. Please make sure that you pick up your beta reactor and star gems every single day. And then when you do have enough Growthment, to just buy out all of the accessories over here or all the cosmetic items, because it's just too good to pass up, guys. The next thing is the regular Growthment exchange shop. This one just has some build parts, but a notable one is the build part dark tree over here. I believe this changes your photon tree. So instead of picking it up with like the little like bright looking photon tree, you can turn it into the dark tree. And yeah, it just, you know, if you're going for like a darker theme, you can definitely use this, and that is pretty awesome. But there aren't that many build parts, unfortunately. There's only 4 build parts, so, you know, just buy them. They only cost 10 Growthment each. It's not a big deal. Now, for my friends who are still progressing through the game and still using LC capsules, keep in mind that they have added the High Kavars Domina LC into the Growthment exchange shop. And I don't really know. I feel like they reduced the cost, as you only need 5 Growthment for one of these capsules now. I don't remember if it was originally costing 5 or 10, but I think they reduced the cost. Again, I'm not entirely sure here because I haven't bought these in a very long time. But nevertheless, you know, the High Kavars Domina LC is a great choice, especially if you value potency floor, which is the minimum damage that you can deal. So High Kavars Domina is definitely a great choice compared to all the other Dominas, simply because it gives us the same amount of potency but increases our potency floor, and also gives us 6 PP versus the other ones, which, yeah, sure, it gives us HP, the potency is the same, but the potency floor increase is a little bit lower at 2.25 with the High Ret Domina and 2.5 with the High Kavaris Domina, so just keep that in mind. Now, another thing I want to remind everyone is to accept your alliance tasks. Remember there was that bug last week where you couldn't accept all the tasks, or like they were just disappeared and they got canceled or something? Well, now you can reaccept them. However, I don't think they fixed the bug yet, because they didn't post anything about that bug fix yet, so just keep that in mind, including my Ronaldine quests. It's really unfortunate, but my Ronaldine quests have all been reset back to 1-1, which is it's kind of a bummer. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but it still kind of sucks that I have to start all over again.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.